Hello everybody, my name is Rick Bonelli. I want to thank everybody for watching this video today. I am the owner of Ranshaw Fuel Plumbing and Heating, third generation company. And I do want to dedicate this company to my dad who recently passed away. He was the founder of this company. And to my left here is my son Richard, who recently passed his plumbing test and is on his way to become a New York City licensed plumber. I want to thank Hing Lai to my right here for being the master craftsman who created all these vehicles that we're able to debut on YouTube so everybody can see what a real plumbing and service van really looks like. I want to introduce my son Richard now.
How you doing? Rich Bonelli Jr., third generation Ranshaw Plumbing and Heating. And if you haven't seen any of our previous videos, you're in for a treat today. We started upgrading our fleet with one van with an idea. We sat down with our technician Hing. Upon completion, we were so blown away with the design that we decided to go forward and upgrade our entire fleet. This is the 7th van. We have 3 plumbing vans and 4 service vans to date. We're very happy to have Hing as part of our team. His finished product inside this van is second to none. Every truck he's built has gotten consistently better and consistently faster. Okay. In fact, we even brought in a van outfitting company to see if they could replicate Hing's design. And when they came down, they couldn't do it, but to do something close to what we have would have cost more than double of what we were able to build it out for. So, without further ado, I want to introduce you to Hing Lai, the man who built these vans, and we're going to walk through the vans and show you what we have inside.
Hi, my name is Hing Lai. I've been working for Ranshaw for 7 years, and I can tell you that these two gentlemen here are one of the best guys I've ever known. They've actually allowed me flexibility to work in these vehicles, and my vision is their vision. So each one that we work on, it's always a creation that's usually custom tailored specifically to the mechanic in hand, but they're all fairly similar and they all take a little bit from every single truck. So let me tell you a little bit about this truck here. This is a 2016 Sprinter 2500, single axle in the rear, single wheel instead of the plumbing trucks, which were 3500, extra heavyweight. But this one, we figured they don't carry as much heavy items as the plumbers do. And then there were certain challenges that we did, but we incorporated the best of both worlds, and we always improve on every single truck. So here's this truck over here. Let's open up the side door too. The first thing you probably notice, the same thing in all of our trucks, is that it's all built out of wood. The same thing, it's all laminated with 1/2-inch plywood on the side with rivets to give it structural strength. These shelves will never ever fall off. They're very, very stable. It is an integral part of the truck. And it's common in all of our trucks, we have very good lighting. You see 4 strips of extra ultra powerful LED lighting. Now if you look at this truck, it looks a little bit different as compared to other plumbing trucks that you've seen, is that the shelvings are equally distant on both sides. But in order for us to maintain the 36-inch aisle clearance, we were only able to give one side 18, the other side 14.5. And that was also primarily because we had to find a better way of storing 8 cans of fuel. So if you look on this side of the truck here, we have actually a spot for 2 gasoline cans. And then on the front we have 5 gasoline cans. Now, we try to max out everything in this particular truck. This truck was a low roof, not the high roof. This is actually 5 feet 4 inches. I'm 5'5", so I make it. So hopefully all of our service guys will be fairly short. But as you can see, there's a spot for everything. Very similar to every single truck that we built. We have a rug. We have a clear 36-inch walkway. We have all the heaviest items on the bottom. We have all the motors over here. And we have bins, specified bins for every single part that the servicemen can carry here. On this side, we have the number 30 expansion tank. We have number 15 expansion tank, gas test kit. We have even spots for tools because they have to have a lot of service manuals for reference just in case they come across something that's out of the ordinary. We have 2 toolbox tools and books. We have this whole section for dedicated hydronics. All the Safeguard low water cutoff from McDonald Miller and Safeguard over here. You can see we have spots for number 15. We have on the very top, we have these special areas where we can put all these items that normally would be stuck on the floor in a special spot. We have the snorkel push and pull pump. We have 3/8 and 1/2 inch copper tubing. We have soot vac bags and garbage bags. We even have a spot for wiring, you know, green field, thermostat wire, red, black, and blue wire. We have flue pipes and elbows, chemicals, and dope. We have all the filters over here, used rags, fresh rags, buckets. We have the Testo kit, Sawzall, Riello cat cell relays, and Carlin Suntech. On the left side over here, we have all the transformers we need for any single job. We have complete fuel oil filter assemblies. And believe it or not, this truck has so much room, we still have, you know, fairly empty cubbies. That's not even being fully utilized. On the top here, we have nozzle assemblies, cleaning brushes, tank gauges, copper pipes, scrap pipers over here. We have a complete bin dedicated to solely Honeywell controls and gas valves. And we have field control and pilot assemblies, which the servicemen must carry at all times. Now, this was a hybrid between wood and metal. It actually made things a lot easier for us. So one of the things that Rick wanted was he wanted a special cabinet for delicate tools. So we made an addition over here. All right, and that worked really well. Now, what other changes we also made? If you just swing around, I'll show you on this side. The goal on this truck was really maximize as much space as we have and make sure that the servicemen didn't have to jump inside the truck to get the most commonly used parts, items. It just saves wear and tear. It's just more comfortable, more easier. So, like I said, this is a hybrid. So our change was that on this side, we have dual metal cabinets. And the great thing, like all the service guys want, is pretty much a standard now, is that they all have spaces for nozzles. And we have 4 trays of nozzles. We have B nozzles, A nozzles, W, and also miscellaneous nozzles in this space over here. We also have 1/2-inch OD flare fittings, 3/8, 3/4, 1/2-inch copper fittings. And then we have EMT, BX, electrical, small hardware, and miscellaneous. We also built a shelf over here, so when the guys are actually doing something, just say if they have to take apart a bearing, some motor, they have an actual working surface instead of working on the floor. Okay, what we also did was that on the previous trucks, we still had the 5 fuel cans, but what we did was we added 1 extra tray. So whereas the previous one, we only had 2, now this has 3. So you can imagine the guys, for most commonly used items, do not have to jump inside the truck. And this is totally made out of aluminum, so it'll never rot away and fall apart. It makes it very easy for the guys. Also, something that's very accessible is they have hand cleaner over here, and they have the nitrile gloves, spray bottles, and paper towels. So everything's accessible. And then the one great thing about building this bulkhead is that it really saves on air conditioning and on heating. It cools really well and heats really well. In the front of the truck, we didn't have to do anything really special. It's just basically standard with 2 bucket seats and just a very, very nice and neat, you know, cockpit area where it's very, very spacious. And we figured we didn't need to do that on this particular truck. So this was our 7th and last vehicle as of date, as of 2016. And I think this is a very wonderful addition to our truck. And I really have to say, I'm truly honored to be able to build trucks like these for Ranshaw Plumbing and Heating and Fuel Oil.
I just want to say one last thing for all the people that don't believe it out there and feel wood is not the right way to go. Why do you want to spend all the money to build custom bins? Well, I'll tell you this much. When we were building these trucks and we were taking inventory off the older trucks, we were finding parts buried into the truck that were damaged just from bouncing around. The boxes were destroyed, the parts got destroyed. The service technicians didn't even know they had the parts on their trucks. We used to use a conventional metal shelving, and with the wood shelving, we can customize it to maximize the real estate in the truck, having a spot for every part so that the technician won't have any lost or missing parts that he doesn't even know he has. So in the long run, I'm a believer this is going to save me money, not cost me money. Thank you for watching this video.
Thank you. Thank you very much.